I felt like a She-Hulk. I felt like the devil himself had possessed me for a second. And it was right then and there that I realized I was about to get into my first physical fight. Hello, YouTube. Megan Fowler here. Welcome back to another one of my story times. It's a good one. I actually hated this day so much. So, yeah, let's just talk about it and get anxiety again. Okay, let's go. So this is the story about how some girl had the nerve to kiss my boyfriend right in front of me. First of all, if you didn't already know, I have a boyfriend who lives in Tallahassee, Florida. Of course, I live in California, so if I want to see him, I gotta fly to Florida. If he wants to see me, he has to fly to Cali, you know. It's fun. So this story took place only like 2 months ago. Yeah, it was very, very recent. I flew down to Florida to go spend New Year's with my boyfriend and his family and all of his friends and stuff. You know, we're having a lot of fun. We went and stayed with his parents in Orlando for a few days, spent New Year's in Disney World. I think it was just a few days before I left, we decided that we wanted to get everybody together, like all of his friends that I have met, because I made a lot of friends out there, and we all wanted to go have like a pregame party, and then we were gonna go to this place called The Strip. It was just a bunch of like little nightclubs in the college town of Tallahassee, you know. And during the making of these plans, we had to find somebody's house to have this pregame party at because my boyfriend didn't want to have it at his house. We're trying to figure out where we're going to throw it and everyone's gonna hang out, and this one girl that I had met previously on my first trip, she said that she would have it at her place. And you know, let's call this girl, let's call her Helga, because I don't like that name. But if your name is Helga, just forget I said that. Like, I love you. Yeah. So Helga says that she will throw the party at her place, and we're like, oh cool, because I had been to a kickback at her place before. That's where I first met her when I came to Florida the first time, and I actually liked this girl at first. Like, we were pretty cool. We were following each other on social media, yada yada yada. I'm getting mad thinking about this story right now. So it's the day of this party, and before we went to Helga's house, I went to these other girls' house, and I was getting ready with them. There were some of my boyfriend's girlfriends that I had met. No, not my boyfriend's girlfriends, like my boyfriend's friends who are girls. Yeah, okay. I'm good friends with them. I'm really cool with them. So I go over to their house, and we're all getting ready for the pregame party / the club. I'm having a good time. I'm feeling great. I'm having fun. And at about 10:30 or so, we decide that we're gonna head over to Helga's house to pregame with apple juice, obviously. So we get there, I say hi to everyone, giving everyone a hug, including Helga. And you know, everything's going good. I'm having a lot of fun. So I'm hanging out in the kitchen. I don't know where my boyfriend is at this point. He's just somewhere in the party with people. And I'm just hanging out with girlfriends, you know, and then I realize my makeup's a little messed up. So I'm like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fix my makeup. I walk out of the kitchen, and I swear to God, this is just like a scene from a movie. I walk out of the kitchen and am crossing through the living room to go to the bathroom. And when I look up, I make eye contact with my boyfriend. And right as we make eye contact, Helga, who is sitting right next to him on the couch, I can probably show you better than I can tell you. Okay, that was a little dramatic, but Helga is now hanging all over my boyfriend, giving him googly eyes, and plants a wet one right on his cheek. I felt like the Hulk. I realized at that moment that I was about to get into my first physical fight. I realized that I was about to punch somebody in the face. So as I said, me and my boyfriend made eye contact, and his whole facial expression was literally, oh, he knew as soon as we made eye contact and that happened. Like, it all happened so simultaneously out of nowhere. And bro, I was shook. My boyfriend was shook. Because this is somebody who he's been friends with for a long time, and they are now hanging all over him and feeling comfortable kissing him in front of his girlfriend. Well, guess who's not cool with that? I ain't. So as I'm contemplating how I'm gonna beat her ass, I start, really thinking in my head, Megan, do you really want to do this? This girl she looks pretty drunk. Her eyes are kind of rolling around. This is his longtime friend. You're at her house right now. Like, all of these thoughts are running through my mind at this point. Like, I'm trying to be rational here. And for some reason, I decide I'm going to be mature. And I decide that it's not worth it. And that I'm just going to tell my boyfriend that if she even so happens to breathe on him again, I'm throwing down. And he agrees with me. He's like, yeah. I mean, I can't even believe she did that. If she does anything else, punch her in the face. I don't care. And I'm like,
you don't even gotta tell me twice. You don't even gotta tell me once.
So I go into the back room and I start fixing my makeup, and Helga comes into the room and just sits on the bed, and there's like 8 girls in there. Like, the room all of a sudden is just flooded with girls. I'm fixing my makeup and I see her in the mirror behind me, and I'm just like, don't say anything, Megan. Like, she's drunk. Just be the bigger person. Like, it's okay. It's so funny because I actually proceeded into the bedroom to fix my makeup and cool down before I came out and talked to my boyfriend about what just happened. And so he obviously knew I was freaking pissed. Then he saw Helga walk into the room after me. So he's like thinking something's going on in there. Then all of a sudden this chick walks in and she's like,
are you guys fighting in here?
And all the girls are like,
what? No, what?
And she's like,
oh, Michael just thought you guys were fighting for some reason. I don't know.
And I'm just like, obviously I know why he thinks that, but I'm just being quiet because I'm freaking annoyed. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm just trying to fix my makeup so I can go back and hang out with my man. And for the record, real quick, let me just say that I trust my boyfriend 110%. That kiss caught him by surprise as much as it caught me by surprise. I don't want to see any comments about,
oh, your boyfriend lets girls kiss.
Like, no, that wasn't the case at all. It literally happened in front of my eyes, and he was just as shocked as I was, and like, what the After I decided to just be the bigger person and I walked away from it and decided, you know what, she's just too drunk right now, then we proceed to go out to the parking lot because we're all about to leave to go to the nightclubs. Helga is behind me and I hear her go,
we really need to hurry up and get to the club because I am almost completely sober again. I need a drink.
What? What? When I heard her say that, dude, I'm getting mad just thinking about it. I literally only didn't cause a scene because I was trying to be the bigger person and I thought she was just wasted or something, and that's what my boyfriend told me, that she's wasted. And here she is, looking completely fine, 30 minutes later, talking about how she needs another drink because she's almost sober again. The rest of the night, like, I was praying to God and hoping that she would slip up and do something. I don't even know, touch his arm or something. I don't even know. I wanted to pop off, but I knew that I had waited too long at this point, and it would just be weird if I went up and was like,
oh yeah, by the way, bitch.
Now I'm in the awkward situation of hanging out with this girl all night, also while wanting to punch her in the throat. It was so fun. Also, that night my phone got stolen and it just, it wasn't my night. It really wasn't. But as you can probably guess, no, she stayed away for the entire night after that, which is really funny actually because I ended up messaging her about it the next day. She was claiming that she didn't even remember doing it and that she was blackout drunk, and telling my boyfriend when he confronted her about it that she was blackout drunk that night. Yet she was saying how sober she was 20 minutes after and literally stayed away from him the rest of the night. Like, that is not normal behavior. Knowing her mannerisms in general and how she's bouncing from people to people, like, she purposely stayed away from him for the rest of that night. And I know you know what you did, girl. Get smart. So yeah, then the next day I just woke up and I was 100 times more pissed about it when I woke up. And yeah, the situation has been dealt with. She apologized and said that's not the type of girl she is and she doesn't know why she did that, yada, yada, yada. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna put it behind me. But I cannot help the fact that I am not the biggest fan of Helga now. Like, not really a fan of girls that think it's okay to hang all over and kiss on somebody else's boyfriend. Like, ultimately, I think I did make the best decision. I don't think causing a scene would have been the best idea. We were at her house and, well, I mean, honestly, that doesn't matter. I don't care whose house you're in. I will beat you up in your own house. I do not care. So yeah, that's the end of my story time about how some girl thought it was okay to kiss my boyfriend in front of me. Comment down below because I'm very interested. I want to know how you guys would have dealt with the situation. So comment below and tell me what you would have done if you were walking through a party and you saw some girl hanging all over your boyfriend and planting one of the biggest cheek kisses I've ever seen. Let me know. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the story time and want to hear more similar stories, then make sure to click that like button. Actually, I better not have any similar stories ever.
Watch out, hoes.
Make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.